I don't know what happened. Literally, I think I pressed the button and it ended it. Like, so I got an alert and I tried to get rid of it, and the alert just ended it. So do me a favor, get back on here, invite people again. This is not over. We are not finished. A lot of you guys are back. I was in the middle. I was literally in the middle of telling you the hook and how everything was. I was It was literally. It was like the climactic point of the story, and I ended up losing it. So this is what happens sometimes with technology. So I apologize. Thus far, I was just getting it. I was just getting it in. So do me a favor to stay there. Thank you so much for being there. The devil is a liar. Thank you. Thanks for coming back. I got to get rid of this notification because it keeps showing up as I'm trying to talk. Random stuff keeps popping in my screen. That's what ended up happening. So, anyways, I'm at the point. I'm talking to Matt, and I'm like, Matt, what am I supposed to do? This is crazy. And he's telling me, he's like, look. I had a similar situation where I thought I had another TV experience. He had his own show, and everything else was supposed to happen for him. And what ended up happening was product placement in the back door. Yes, it is. It is pretty cool. And also, sorry, General Assembly, I want to add one more thing. I also have the GA sticker. For a lot of you guys don't know, General Assembly, DC. I spoke there once about freelancers, so hopefully I'm going to go back and speak again. And I was at the point where he was telling me in his life, he was at the point where he thought he was over. He was about to quit, call it a day, forget about the TV show, and keep it moving in his life. And when he was at the end of that, he ended up signing a deal with one of the largest cleaning and distributing companies in the world. He goes literally all over. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting people, Campania. He goes all over the country talking about not only hoarding, about cleaning. He joined Service Masters as their spokesperson. He's at the point where he didn't think it was supposed to happen. Like he thought his journey was coming to an end, right? Thank you so much, Sweet and Low. You guys can't look. Don't tell me Sweet and Low is gonna beat y'all, right? I need some hearts. I'm trying to get a heart goal. I got people who've been on shorter than I have. They're getting all sorts of hearts. I can't even get hearts. Next article on Genevieve Magazine for Follow. Thank you so much, Yotunde. That sounds Nigerian. Thank you so much. Keep doing it. Big Dreamer, thank you for joining. Big Dreamer, invite some people to this. Hi, Diane Cardone. Welcome back. I love you. I love you guys too. Thank you so much, Yotunde. You guys are awesome. This is great. Thank you for being here. I wanted to share, like, my 3 feet from gold was Matt told me his Keontae Lomax. That's I love Keontae. She's awesome. And so basically, I was my buddy was 3 feet from gold. He literally was about to quit. And then he told me, when you're at the point in your life where you can't take it anymore, when you're at the point of your life where enough is enough, when you're at the point of your life where it's not working out the way you want to and it hurts so bad, and you've done everything you possibly ounce of action to get things going, and it doesn't work out, you have to stand strong. Hey, Success Sean, thanks for joining. You have to stand strong, because at that point in time is when the doors start opening. So go back to after I had a conversation. This happened in April 2013. I'm on the phone with my literary agent. She's telling me that the biggest business book publisher in the country changed their mind. They want to do a book with me. I'm angry. I'm pissed. I'm furious. I'm cursing. She's like, okay, we'll figure it out. I finished writing a proposal anyways. I write a 50,000 word proposal in a week. In 1 week, 50,000 words. I can do a book in a month, no problem. So I wrote a 50,000 word proposal in 1 week, put it together. She said, okay, I'm going to go sell it. In the middle of that time, I'm talking to one of my mentors, Matt Paxson from TV show Hoarders. He's telling me it's going to come, it's going to work. You just, there's plenty of room on this earth. You're going to get it. Don't worry about it. You're going to do this. You're going to do this. 14 or 15 kids eating out of trash cans. You're tired of 39. That's awesome, Big Dream. I love that. I love stories like that, man. I've been through the same thing. When my mom had to raise 4 kids by herself in public housing, we had wealth until I was about 6 years old. After my dad left, we went to nothing, living in public housing in Toronto, one of the worst neighborhoods in Toronto. When people think about Toronto, they don't realize Toronto has ghettos too. They got hoods too. We got people selling drugs in the store. I'm smelling weed in my house. In our town, we have townhouses. I'm smelling weed in the townhouse, right? Every day, all day, people smoking, people selling on the street. I have a buddy of mine I used to play basketball with. He's locked up now for 15 years. His brother was murdered in prison because he was trying to be a drug kingpin. You know what I'm saying? So basically, yeah, I was Jane and Finch. Thank you, Taj. That's right. I lived a Jane and Shepherd. Taj, I was a Jane and Shepherd. right? And so we literally all I had my boys were Jane and Finch, right? My boys were Jane and Finch. My boys, I have boys who lived at Connections. If you're, I don't know if Taj, if you remember this, people were at Connections. You know, Connections was like in the middle of that, like past St. James Francis, where that was. We had people who were. We had people who were guys who were locked up, guys who were doing wrong, guys who were selling, all that stuff. I lived at Jane and Shepherd for a good point of my life. So the point is, my whole life has been grind, has been hustle. Like when people tell me no, people will tell you no your whole life, but you don't realize that a majority of you are 3 feet from gold. Like you're at the point where some of you are about to quit. You have something you want to do, you're about to quit. I'm talking to Matt Paxton on the phone. He's telling me, don't quit. It's good. Just stand in faith. It's about to happen. About 7 days, 6 to 7 days after that conversation, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was mid-April. I get a phone call. She, from my literary agent. Her name is Laura. Laura's like, I got you a book deal. It's going to be a career press. This is going to be the money they're going to give you. It's off the chain. We're talking. I was like, I started crying. Like I remember it to this day. I was at a client in Sterling, Virginia, near Dulles, and I was talking on the phone in the conference room, hiding in a corner, trying to be quiet. I started crying because all the stuff that I went through, all the writing, 2.5 years of emailing 200 different people, reaching out to people, trying to get a book deal, getting told no. I still have the emails people telling me my idea was garbage. I had the emails telling me good luck, it's not going to work for you. I had the emails of people, actually, their emails I didn't even get back. People didn't even respond. People were like, this is not for us. Good luck to you, son. That kind of stuff. I heard that, and you'll hear that your whole life. People will say no to you their whole lives. But for me, the goal was I needed to get this book out. I had an idea in me. I had a book in me. I had to get it out, and I had to share it with the masses. And so my 3 feet from goal moment, I was determined. Yes, Tweet Leisha. Yes, Taj, I was determined. I was so determined in getting to make this dream become a reality. And so my 3 feet from goal moment was I was so close to quitting and saying, forget the book. Let me move on to something else. And when I was at the point where I couldn't take it anymore, when I was at the point when enough was enough, when I was at the point where it hurt real bad, when I was at the point where I was tired of writing people, I was tired of hearing no, that's when the doors started opening, opportunities started happening. But what you cannot do is you cannot quit during the process. You can't give up because it's not what you see. Right? And that is exactly it's resiliency. Yes, Keontae, I couldn't give up. It was resiliency. That was the thing that was my 3 feet from goal moment. So going back to the book, Think and Grow Rich, and 3 feet from goal, when you're at a place, this guy quit, right? And what happened with the story was R.U. Darby, he was about to quit. Actually, he quit. He was literally 3 feet from goal, from hitting a gold vein where like millions of dollars of gold was. He quit. As he's going down the street, this guy comes by and says, he offers this guy, do you want to buy all of my equipment for $200? The backhoe, the dirt, all this stuff, the shovels, buy all that for $200. He said yes. The equipment alone was worth thousands, but R.U. Darby was so dejected that he didn't even realize that what he had was still worth a lot of money. But he gave it up, and he gave up his dream. How many of you are giving up your dream? How many of you are giving up on things because it's not the way you want it to be? How many of you are giving up on tests and exams that you know you can pass, but you have to put in a commitment and it's going to take some time? How many of you have that idea for getting that dream client, but you don't get that dream client because you didn't do the necessary work to keep it moving? You quit along the process, right? How many of you are thinking that way? And you think you did everything you could, but you know you didn't. You know you didn't. And so the thing is realizing that you are so close to your miracle. You are so close to your gold. You're so close to your platinum. You are literally 3 feet from gold. But exactly what are you doing to stay committed to the process? One example is, thank you so much, Campagna. I have no doubt, man. Christian, what's going on, Christian? I just did a podcast with Christian. You got to look out for this. Christian is my man. He's an amazing dude. You got to follow him. Find out what he's doing. Follow everybody. Everybody should follow each other. Find out what everybody's doing and try and connect. I was at the point where, again, I was 3 feet from gold. So how I got this book was I went to the Pentagon, right? And you have to put in the work. I went to the Pentagon for a leadership summit on veterans. That's where I don't know if Diane Cardone's still on here, but that's where I met her brother, Grant Cardone, who wrote that book, The 10X Rule, and a bunch of other stuff. And so I met him there, and also Greg Reed was also speaking. And I have to say, in all honesty, I'm a speaker. As some of you know, I do TEDx. I speak at keynotes. I do a bunch of stuff. I'm always speaking. I'm here talking on a Periscope randomly as well. One of the best speeches I've ever heard in my life. I've heard a lot of amazing speakers. One of the best speakers I've ever heard in my life was Greg Reed, and he literally, he was actually giving away books and stuff like as he was speaking, and people had questions. The last question I asked him was, I needed to get a copy of this book, and I asked him, I said, what do I need to do to get that book from you and have it signed? He said, come down and get it. Again, the bigger story to that is, if you don't ask, you will never receive. If you don't ask, you will never receive. If you quit before your goal comes to reality, based on the conditions, based on the circumstances, you will never get your goal. You will never get your goal. And so the key is you have to realize that if you never ask, you will never receive. But too many of us will come up with stories and we'll come up with a narrative in our heads as to why reality the way it is. And what you should do is you should be looking at the world the way it is and not the way you think it is. If you do that, you will be able to ask for whatever it is you want in this earth. You deserve that. A lot of you are 3 feet from goal, right? A lot of you are 3 feet from goal. But what's happening is you're giving up. You're quitting before you have a chance to make it. You're giving up before you have a chance to make it because you got friends in your life telling you one thing. You have the media telling you lies. You have the newspaper telling you lies. It's craziness. It's craziness. The reason you're watching the scope is because you realize you have what it takes in you to get what you want, right? And I want to thank you guys for watching because more importantly, the biggest thing that I'm trying to share with you guys is, one, I'm trying to do a book a week. Two, the second thing I'm trying to do is give you guys the things that I've learned from all the books that I brought in, the people I've met. You know, like I said, I interviewed with Christian today, literally about an hour ago. I interviewed with Ariel. There are a lot of people. We're coming together. We're sharing knowledge. We're being mastermind groups together. We're coaching each other, right? I want all of us to come together and bring each other up. You can't do this alone. So let me give you another example. The difference between me then, 2 years ago, and me now. 2 years ago, I was starting to be more on the motivational side. But what I started doing now, the difference, I listen to motivational messages every single day. I have been playing in my car. I have them at work. I listen to Steve Jobs' commencement speech at Stanford at least once a week, every single week. Why? Because I have to be reminded. I have to remind myself why I'm starting in the first place. I have to remind myself, why am I here? What am I doing? What value am I bringing? Right? My goal in life on this earth is just to not only leave a legacy, but to change someone's life. I want someone's life to be better because I was here. After that, I'm good. You hear what I'm saying? So I want to share with you guys. I want to make sure you guys realize that you guys are 3 feet from goal, right? You guys aren't hearing me? What's going on with this? What's going on with the thing? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Not hearing me. Not hearing you. Can you guys hear me? I hope so. This is crazy. Connection is bad. Keeps knocked out. Froze anyone else. Man, this is nuts. I'm sorry about that. I'm glad. I hope you guys got a lot of what I was trying to say. I don't know what's going on with the connection. I have plenty. I mean, I have signal. I'm in my house. I have Wi-Fi. So that is crazy. All right, guys. I'm gonna go. But I really apologize for the bad signal. I need to figure out what's going on with my phone. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you guys for everything. I hope you're 3 feet from your goal. And I want you to get to it. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys soon. I have no idea why this is not working. Why you guys can't get the sound. Can you guys still hear me? Look, the message is the same. And I want you guys to realize you guys are 3 feet from gold. Right? And regardless of what happens, regardless of the circumstances you're going through, you can have everything you want if you think you deserve it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks.